Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Yep, I've been chomping at the bit to jump back into this one, especially since we were able to find the artifact. And now we know we can kick off the main quest line properly, right? So we're going to jump back in. We're going to see how that all plays out. What exactly is it? Makes us, it gives us the mission to find someone who can basically identify the artifact for us. So we have to figure out, who do we take it to, right? So last when we left off, we had just started the UC um, quest line, right? So we got that going for us. Oop, didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that either. We got to return to Hadrian. Okay, so we just kicked off the UC quest line. We're over in Tau Ceti, did that. We just took out the Terramorph, so now we got to report back to Adrian. That's going to kick off the rest of the stuff there. So we're going to get to find out more and more things there. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty stoked actually about how things are playing out. One of the things, and then I think I'll throw in on top of that, relieved, right? Because we're currently level 31. Okay. So we set it so that at level 25, not that it was supposed to do it right then and there, but once we hit level 25, that triggers, the event where it creates and places the artifact somewhere. Now, I don't think that is exactly what happens there. And what I mean by that is, what it does is it triggers, okay, boom, now you can place the artifact. And then when we land on a particular planet, per se, right? Or when we go to a particular system and then to hit a particular planet, when it creates that planet, or when it does the what's it called, the procedural generation for that planet and landing zone that we're about to get into, then it can say, okay, here, we'll place the artifact here. And then what we saw was we were able to then look and see the POIs on the planet in that zone itself and see, oh wait, abandoned mine, right? And it's highlighted. So now we know there's enemies there. We know that's a point of interest that we could check out and just loot. But we're like, wait a minute. Let's go check that out. And of course, when we get there, guess what's there? The artifact, right? So, like I said, so as soon as we hit level 25, it knew. And I think it was just not chomping at the bit, but I think it was just sitting and waiting for the right factors to all play out and come together. And it may have required us to get to a place that we hadn't been to before or whatever. So we did that, jumped in, went to the abandoned mine, found the artifact. So now we have the artifact. So what? And then here it is, a strange artifact. The interferences were created by a strange artifact. I should find someone that can identify it or simply sell it. Okay, so we're not done, and it's not like we're not into the main game proper yet. But now we have to go find somebody that can identify this for us. I'm not exactly sure. And then this is where these are the new questions, right? These are the ones that follow up everything. So now, how do they handle the introduction to, um, oh my gosh, what's the name of that group? You know who I'm talking about. So how do we get introduced to Sarah? How do we get introduced to Barrett? How do we get introduced to the rest of Constellation? Yeah, Constellation, right? So how does that introduction go? Because remember, we, in other ways, it's always treats us like this. Either we walk in and they're like, "Who are you?" And then um, the robot lets them know, "Hey, this is the missing whatever, blah blah blah. Oh, you took your sweet time to get here." Or we would have been given the art of, not the artifact, but given the ship and sent by Barrett there. So the question is, how is this modifying that initial interaction, right? And if you've gone through the Unity and you come back, it's different there as well. So it's crazy. So I'm curious. I'm very curious as to how that's going to play out. But we also gotta just keep going with what we're going right now. And so we're just gonna go ahead, talk to Adrian. She's gonna send us back on our way. We're gonna head back to Jameson, and then we're gonna see I'm very curious as to how do we know who to go talk to, unless at some point something pops up. And I wouldn't be surprised if something pops up and says, "Hey, maybe check in with Constellation to see if they know anything about the artifact, or ask this person." Now, in true good writing, I will say this: if you were to put like a plant an NPC on Jameson somewhere where you get prompted to ask that person about it, and they kind of steer you in the direction you need to go to Constellation, like, ooh, and then actually might even offer to buy it from you if you didn't want to sell it, go check it out with Constellation. But then you have that option there. So that's kind of how I would have wrote it. But let's see. All right, let's just jump back in here. By the way, if you like this kind of content, and hey guys, I appreciate the comments. It really means a lot. All right, so remember, like, comment, and don't worry. Don't worry. This is indeed my favorite game. My wife and I have gone back and we started watching Firefly. I told her, I said, because we're going through old series. We were watching alphas, then we just switched to plot. She said, "Hey, what if we watch Firefly?" I said, "That'd probably take us a day." It's only 8 episodes. I'm like, and then she said, "But then we can watch Serenity too." And I'm like, okay, and but so we were watching Alphas, The Gifted before that, and then we're like, okay, let's go back and watch Firefly. So we're halfway through that one right now, and I'm sitting there, and she's like, she's asking me about it, and I said, well, here's the thing, this show had so much potential and really was so good, maybe before its time and before we were ready to really get into it and jump into it full force. I kind of wish we could figure out a way to reboot it. But I told her, I said, and then that's kind of how some video games, and that's what you look for. What I look for in a video game is that same feeling. And Starfield isn't Firefly, no, not by a long shot, but the potential is there, right? And what I would love to see is really them incorporate the Reavers into something like the Reavers into this. And then you really do have to split the systems, and you really have to come up with, and what would be better. Now, no, I'm not. The Crimson Fleet isn't the way to go about it, because they're just straight up pirates. They are antagonistic. They, them and the Spacers are, enemies that you need to fight. There needs to be that one faction, the underdog faction, that is at odds with the corporate overlords, you see, that are running missions under the radar to help people. That I think is the biggest missing piece in this game here, is that antagonistic, the Crimson Fleet falls woefully short on it. Okay, so forget that. Just throw that out. You don't have it there, because I mean, granted, you know, the underdog faction is going to be considered criminal activity, but they're malicious criminal activity. They straight up rob people, steal, kill, all those things. What you need is that down low faction that smugglers. The underdog, the guy that's doing it for the right reason and has to subvert and get around the impossible rules and regulations imposed by the big corporate overlords. And that is woefully missing from that is the if anything, that is the biggest thing missing from this game. Okay, you can complain about the load screens, you can complain about all that. It doesn't the load screens actually don't bother me one bit. Not even a bit. It's like it is what it is. You know what I mean? Some games have tons of load screens, some games don't. Oh well. You know what I mean? If But to me it's like the what I want to do is immerse myself into enjoying the game and having reasons to do certain things, obstacles, right? But I don't want criminality for the sake of criminality, and that's what I believe the um what do you call them, Crimson Fleet quest line is all about. So that's why it falls very short for me, and isn't something just not something I enjoy. Um, so, but here, like I said, if you had that, and then the Trackers Alliance, that's just bounty hunting, right? What you really need is that, well, first you got to the UC has to become either either become that evil empire, right? And then you have to figure out, well, is the collective now going to be that underdog fighting against the empire? Because what you got two opposing forces, but neither one is truly bad. You know what I mean? Neither one is oppressive. So you missed on that opportunity. So now what you need is something to happen, an uprising of the wrong sort. You know what I'm saying? You need that uprising of that force that now takes over and wants to command. But then you have to section off part of the galaxy that's available. This is the inner ring of planets that they have their will on. And then that outer edge, right? The outer edge is where they don't have jurisdiction, and that's where a lot of people, especially those that don't want to be under the thumb of them, go to. And you need more settled. That's where you would want at least 10 to 12 settled worlds out there, right? Or maybe even up to 20. And it doesn't. And then if you do have, like, say 10 planets that are terraformed or settled, right, that you could find out there, and then maybe then you start looking at a colony system, right, with on those planets, multiple colonies on a particular planet, and then maybe even certain smaller unified peoples or groups that hold their own, got their own rules, got their own laws. And then you have them kind of at odds or at a uneasy, peaceful existence with that major overlord, right? So that, you know, but they have their own way of doing things. And then that's how you do it. And I think that would add to the game because then now you're trying to do things and then you can try to run missions for these outside groups within this inner circle, this inner ring, and that's where the subterfuge and the clandestine type missions have to happen. So you don't get caught, so you can get things in and out to these outer worlds. So I don't know how difficult or hard that would be, but that's what you would want, right? You don't want it where I'm not saying that you need a full scale global war going on, but what you need is you need some sort of corporate uprising here. And then you can still keep the collective and the free, you keep the collective and keep the UC as the major governing bodies within inside there. And then the key is what you do is like, but they are being oppressed too. They answer to someone else as well, right? They have to answer here, and it's a tenuous type situation. And I mean, there's so much that you could do. That the possible, I think, the framework and everything is here. Okay, those are the things that would uh, would work for me. I don't care about all the little things, right? Like the loading screens and stuff like that. That doesn't bother me. They don't. What I'm looking for is the. I want that I want that immersive, overarching story that's just gonna trap me in here, and I'm just gonna get lost for days, and that's what I'm looking for. All right, so let's get on over here. Let's talk here real
Trekker's
quick.
gone quiet. I suspect it's either hiding or...
Wait, you did it, didn't you? Heavens above, you just flatlined a terramorph.
Yep, all taken care of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Taken care of.
Yeah,
No big deal.
no big deal. Yeah, just I had a big
You didn't
gun.
happen to grab me a tissue sample, did you?
Oh wait, now what? Can you really learn a lot? Can you really learn anything from just a sample?
A lot of life gets recorded in our cells.
True that.
Like, for example, if this terramorph's cells have certain radiation or chemical exposures, it could point to it having been transported on a ship. Then, we could start getting some answers about this thing. So, did you manage to nab one?
Well, I guess. Yeah, for you. Here you go.
All right. I spotted a microscope downstairs. Let's see if we can't get to the bottom of this.
Why didn't you call it what it was? Like a portable research lab. Uh, so again, this, like I said, with all the mods, the added mods and everything, this game is basically, I mean, an overarching true story um away from, again, this is still my favorite game, but I would say that um to making it probably one of the best games. And again, because I don't rate games on, like I said, loading screens and little menial stuff like that, because eventually, you know what,
Do
you
we
get
need
used to those
all
things.
this junk up?
Those things. Oh well. I'm just now, in my opinion, most of the time, you're just looking for something to complain about when you start complaining about too many loading screens.
This equipment, it's not set up to do a proper analysis of
Of
our
course it's
sample.
not.
But this terramorph being here, of all places, it doesn't make sense. Humanity's spread plenty of creatures in our travels across the stars. Pets, livestock, pests. But terramorphs? They're different. To our knowledge, no one's ever spread them intentionally. Yet somehow, they follow us. So when humans settle a world, 70 to 100 years later, terramorphs tend to just appear. No one knows how or why. Dangerous, but at least predictable. Talseti, though, it's too young to have a native population. It's only been colonized 20 years? But then the other option, that someone captured one of the deadliest predators in the galaxy just to wipe out some settlers minding their own business? It seems awfully implausible. Which means we're either looking at a truly strange murder or a faster type of terramorph growth, the results of which could be catastrophic. Terramorph outbreaks have taken down far bigger colonies than this one.
Okay, well, man, sounds like we need to do something quick then.
You're right. We just need more information first. Time was, I had access to one of the best repositories of terramorph research in the galaxy. Seems a natural place to start looking, if I can figure how to access it. But we also need to get this sample properly analyzed, get confirmation on just how concerned we should be. Luckily, I think I know just the person to help with the sample. What would you say to delivering this to him for me? Yeah, I'd do it myself, but I need to call in some favors. See if I can't get access to that terramorph data. Plus, maybe just pop by a hospital for a little bit.
Yes,
Clear it with
please.
your commander first if you have to. You can even show them this. My gene tag. Tell them Hadrian Sanan is worried there could be more attacks on the horizon. They should recognize the name. You can even show them this. My gene tag. Prove we're working together. I expect they'll recognize the name.
All right, well, don't worry. I'll make sure my commander agrees. That can be pretty persuasive.
Oh, you don't understand what a weight off my shoulders that is.
I need Dr. Percival Walker to put together a sample analysis for this thing. Full workup. He'll know what that means. I'm not sure exactly where to find him, but last I heard he was contracting with the Trade Authority on Mars. There's a place called the Sixth Circle in Sidonia. A bar run by some old friends. I'll meet you and Percival there. And here. It's not a lot, but you've definitely earned it. Should cover the cost of fuel to Mars at least. Now please, go check in with your commander. We need to know what we're dealing with.
All right. Hey, just me. We gotta get back, okay? Plus, we gotta get somebody to look at that artifact. You gonna be all right? I'm worried about you. See. So, like I said, I think. Oh, and then here, let me show you real quick. One thing too. All right, so we go looking at the. So, even and then you don't. It doesn't have to be like a total inner ring, but say like this is the ring, right? You don't even need Eridani to be part of it, right? So it could be off by itself. But you take all the planets, say, just starting right about here, and then you just kind of draw like kind of an arch right around here, and that would be your not your united colonies anymore, but whatever it is, right? And then, and this is probably what they could have done, right? So that is now, boom, the inner ring, right? And then everything outside of that, that's where the lawlessness and just the Wild West type stuff is happening, right? And you don't need to colonize every single planet, right? What you do is you get in here and you pick, say, like 10 worlds. And those are the ones that have been terraformed and, you know, basically fought off or, remained independent of the major force that controls here. So you have your systems that, are under the thumb, and then you have all these other systems that some that have been terraformed and not terraformed, but have planets that have been terraformed within them, and have some sort of kind of civilization going, and then you have just the Wild West, you know, unexplored, un you know, whatever territories out here as well, and all kinds of things going on. That could have been the that really could have been something. So yeah, like I said, they kind of missed the mark. I understand some of the things they probably did was to maintain a something that they can keep control of, right? But that weather, wrong way. That was our big gun that we used to take the Terramorph out with. But this is what I was trying to do. It's always interesting. Oh, I'm up over encumbered. It's been quite a deal. It's been quite a bit of time over encumbered. Maybe it'll make me stronger. Out of here. So yeah, and then the sad part is,
There has to be something we can leave behind, right?
well, yes, there's a ton of stuff we could. Some people, man. All right, I'm getting like a buzzing. I don't know if that's just the game or where we're standing right now. Oh, wrong thing. All right. Happy now? Oop. Happy? Let's see if it goes away. I think it went away. So it might have been wherever we were standing here. It was causing something. Nope. Do you guys hear it? You hear that? Alright, hold on. Alright, I rebooted. And of course, as soon as I open it up, it wants to save. Alright, that's whatever that static was is gone for now. No guarantees it'll stay away. Alright, and of course, we got to make our way back to our ship. Thank you very much for that. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to remove the. Oh my gosh, what's this called? The whatever mod is changing, basically nerfing the boost pack. It's not a. Oh, I guess it could have gone straight to the cockpit. And then that also the other thing about whatever's keeping the hammer from being stowed. I don't know what that means. I literally don't know why it can't be stowed. here. Return. Yep. Of course. Hopefully, you have contraband. Settle systems required scanning. No, we don't want to go there. We don't want to go there. Okay. Back up a little bit. Um. All right. Yes. Every time I see that little cutscene right there, it looks like it's about to fire, and then it just putters out, like sputters out. So it's like, what? And then you're thinking, okay, it just crashed. You know what I mean? It just gave out on me. It was not gonna let me do it. It's not gonna take off. And you're expecting a little pop up, Oop. But that is not the case. See this? I'm telling you, I'm really annoyed not having my that button there that says, board. That I gotta run all the way down here to board. $380 credits. I don't know how much money I got. All right, I'll be back.
Anything I can help you with?
We'll see.
I should be grateful that things are so quiet.
What do I got there? I
It just
got
makes me
modified. Drilling. Do I have anything? Okay, that is not good. Am I right? Let's try that again. Okay. All right, so let's see. Nope. Nope. Back. All right. We can sell like one thing, two things. What's this one? All right. And then we can sell. Wait a minute, I'm looking at value versus by mass instead of the actual value. That's why. Okay. All right. I think I need rich vendors.
It's a little surprising, isn't it?
Okay.
Out here.
Salutations. Iron deposit detected. Initiating evisceration protocols to remove mass from human body. Just kidding.
Okay, that's not funny. You're not that guy.
That is correct. I am not human. What can I do for you?
I need to make a transaction.
Sure.
All right. So somewhere I've got contraband. I don't know where, but we better figure it out. So I'll look in aid first. I think whatever contraband I have we may not consider it contraband. Okay, it's not under aid, under miscellaneous. How much you got? You got 11K. All right. Okay. Let's check on the ship. Handcuffs. Is that contraband? Nope. Resources. We got legendaries. All right, let's check in the aid. Did I miss it? All right, so we looked at both resources and aid. Throwables. Spacesuits. Notes. I did look under resources, right? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I looked at... No, because resources, that's where we had all the legendaries. Yep. We looked there. Normally there would be an indicator there too, saying you have contraband. So where's the contraband? Don't tell me you got me all the way out here for nothing. Watch. I did all that, and then all of a sudden, I'm going to figure out where the contraband is, and I'm going to have to buy a whole bunch of stuff just to make it so that they can sell, so they can buy the contraband. Well, you know what? Actually, that's not even necessary. What I can do... I don't know. I don't know. I mean, is contraband one of these? Maybe it has some illegal writings or something?
Please enjoy a complimentary beverage from the break room before you leave.
Hey, sorry. All right, we gotta go look on the ship. We gotta go look, see if maybe I stored it somewhere. All right, there. So nothing there. Anything in here? All right, we got nothing there. Nothing there. Oh, look at her doing push-ups. So one of the things, let's do this real quick while we're here. All right, I'm keeping you. Let's do this. We're gonna put you away. You. Mhm. Oh, wait. We got this one. How many rounds does that one hold? 12. This one holds 6. They're kind of the same thing, right? Almost. This one's a shotgun. I'm gonna put you there. And then this drum beat. Are you worth it? Furious Assassins. You're semi-automatic. I'm gonna put you there. Just for now. Okay. Put you in there. Okay, so now if we come down here, you can see these three. It didn't take the legendary off of them because those are added to the game. They're not vanilla. So this one only will recognize vanilla legendaries. So if there were any added legendaries from a mod or something, it won't recognize them. You would need a patch to say, hey, recognize these updated ones, and so that it would know to remove them, and you know, so so if I went in here and then go down to resources, I could at least, you know, grab all those, and then this is a nice place to store stuff until I'm ready to do something with it. So there's nothing there. Nothing there. You keep at it. You keep at it. All right, with nothing in there. So if you're wondering why we have so many storage boxes, because in the beginning we didn't have a lot of space, not a lot of cargo space at that either. So we ended up, you know, creating these in order to store stuff until we can figure out what we can do with it. That's how you get around being limited, having limited storage capacity. Guys, seriously, I don't see any contraband. Um, Captain's locker. Okay, so if we were confident that whatever's in here that might be considered contraband, I'd rather just take it off the ship. I'd rather not just leave it on here and you know, have to deal with it. But as you can see, we're not showing anything that equates, you know, that you can say, oh, that's contraband. And because of that, wait, what's that prototype? Oh, I know what that. Okay, so I think we're looking at all. Okay, um, nothing there, nothing there. I mean, mm-hmm. Now, one of the things I could do is I could probably grab all the legendary stuff that's in here and go ahead and put that through the recycler. You know, like But as it stands right now, I don't really. That Defiant Eon, I should have just left in there because I don't think. I think the Defiant. That's the one. That's the the mod or legendary that it doesn't. Might not know focus either. All right. Well, since we're here, might as well just go ahead and get that cleared out. Hmm? Okay. Uh-huh. Good old days. That one. That one. That one. Uh-huh. Ching. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Spacesuits. Holy cow. And then we came down here. Go to resources. We can pull those. But as you can see, so credit shield, mercenary spacesuit, and inversible, right? Focus, final, and then you can see the hobgoblin, the Ching, the defiant. All those are added in, right? So they're not vanilla. So they don't get pulled off. All right. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I don't see I don't see anything. Unless it's like something stray sitting on the floor. I literally don't see anything that we're carrying either in the ship, in storage, anywhere that's contraband. So I'm not sure why we got the whole contraband thing going. Let's see if it'll let us. Hey, land. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know why it gave us the contraband. I'm fine with it just letting us land, but I don't know why you do that. What triggered it? Uh-oh. I don't hear any music. I don't see anything happening. There we go. And boom. And we don't have the police raining down on us. You know what I'm saying? Security's not raining down. So we have to go and talk to what's his name? 10 hours till sunset. Thank you for that. I mean, I guess we could have just walked upstairs. You know what I mean? We could have just walked around. I mean, I don't think we saved any kind of distance.
Look
Commander.
who's back. All set with that probationary mission? We can do your debrief and formally welcome you into the Vanguard whenever you're ready.
You know, Commander, I need your permission to deliver a Terramorph sample to Mars.
A terror? What?
Morph.
How did you walk away with the Terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs? What happened to the settlers?
Well, you see, what happened was, no survivors, sir. Yeah, no survivors, sir. All lost to a Terramorph, which I did kill.
You killed a Terramorph on your first mission.
Yeah, I
If
wasn't.
I could be frank for a moment. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Above and beyond doesn't really begin to describe it now, does it?
exactly.
Earned yourself some serious hazard pay on this one.
Oh, really?
But, if none of the settlers made it, who's got you delivering the sample?
Well, there was a researcher investigating the place. So she gave me this gene tag, and she said to show it to you. Yeah. Her name was Hadrian. She said I should show you this.
Hadrian. Sanan.
Yeah,
I know that name.
me too.
Let me check the database.
Okay.
A lot of this data's been classified.
There should be a lot of them
Here
in
we
there.
go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations.
Oh, okay.
Seems like she served with distinction as co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War. And was dismissed from duty.
How many years
Guess
ago was
that's why
that?
I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her aliens.
Oh, okay. So this might actually be an important mission then, right?
Certainly seems that way.
Mm-hmm.
Did your survivor, Hadrian, did she mention why she thinks this sample's so special?
Oh, yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. That's for sure. She's afraid there could be more attacks.
She thinks there could be more of these?
Yeah.
This has been one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of.
Mm-hmm.
I
Me
did
too.
actually have another mission lined up for you.
I bet you
supporting
did.
UC system defense against the Crimson Fleet. But now I guess you have two options on how to proceed.
I
Head
sure
to the
do.
UC Vigilance and help out SysDef, or deliver that sample. I'll make sure you've got the proper clearances for either path.
All right.
Consider these your first official orders.
Yes, sir.
And here, so everyone knows you're working with the Vanguard. Welcome to the Navy, Captain.
Aye, aye, sir.
Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship services. Now, if there wasn't anything else, I suggest you move out.
You got it, sir. All right. Aye, Commander. Captain? Commander? Whatever. So we got to figure out exactly what it is we need to do next. And what I'm thinking is this is this will be our chance to figure out exactly who. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, we're going to come down here, we're going to deselect that one, right? So we're going to deselect that. Ask about Percival at the Trade Authority. So that's Mars. So Mars is there. Deep cover, that'll come after the Vanguard stuff. All right. So after this whole thing. Bring the artifact to an expert or sell the option. Optional. Ask a ship technician the location of a museum. Let's see where that takes us. Ship technician. Where's the ship technician? Because now we got to think, what would we do, right? We got this artifact, right? This strange rock. We want to know what it does and what it's all about. So at this point, would we take it? We want to take it to somebody and ask, hey, where should I go to get this checked out? So am I going to a store, to a shop? Or am I going to do what they, or does the ship technician thing kind of make sense? Whoa, what was that? All right, here, let's do it. So we got a choice. We can come down and look at, all right, so there's the well. We can go to the well, check around there, or we can go back out to talk to a ship technician. There's also shops right there on the way to the ship technician. So we don't have to come all the way. And then we have a way to get back. So that's what I'm going to do. I was kind of... We're going to go to spaceport. Oh, just me. You got to catch the next one. Just don't fall too far behind. That sounds familiar. Channeling a little Janessa there. Okay. All right. So right now, we also have these Ministry of Truth people just all over the place, and then we got all the citizens just running around. And I think it's the Ministry of Truth people are making them all upset. Holy cow! These folks. All right, so just want to check. Checking for named individuals. They're all. Holy cow! Deadbeat. You know what this deadbeat wants, right? I got none. I got nothing, man. I got nothing for you. Where's your ship technician? Hey, bro.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always by. Kiosk right here for you.
There it is. Hey, bro, I found this strange artifact, man. You know any experts around here that could identify it? There's a museum on New Homestead. Its owner is probably the most informed on that kind of stuff in all the settled systems. New Homestead. All right, man. How far is New Homestead? That's kind of on the way to Mars too. Anyway. Okay. See, it doesn't have any cargo. At least I can, at least that one I can do, right? Take off. All right, where's New Homestead? New Homestead is on Titan. All right, yeah, that's where we want to go. Can you tell me how far? Ooh, all right, we're gonna jump, but we're gonna have to fuel here soon. Not See right there, it looks like it's about to conk out. You know what I'm saying? It's like get a better, I guess a better noise or sound for that. Because it sounds like the engine's conking out. No contraband on ship. Really? Because I don't remember getting rid of any.
Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
Roger that.
And we're done.
All right. Thank you. All right. So, Moon of Titan. What am I doing? Get around here. All right. So, we're going to land. Hopefully, we're landing at a spaceport. We're going to have to, you know what we're going to have to do, right? And it's going to hurt my heart, but we got to do it. God dang it. That did not sound good. Okay. I mean, come on, camera. There we go. All right. Okay, so first things first. We gotta. Oh gosh, dang. Where's the ship technician? Are you the ship technician?
Welcome to New Homestead. Please make your way to the building at the end of the path and down into the colony below. Stay safe and enjoy your visit.
Okay. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you?
God dang it. Can't believe we gotta do this.
You got it.
God dang it, man. 47K. That was all of our cash. Ooh.
Hi there.
Oh.
It's a little weird that people come here to see what early colony life was like.
Did this change? I don't remember it being this way. All right. Whoa. All right.
This is a boring assignment, but let's keep it that way.
Crew consumed. Okay, I'm not worried about that.
We take vandalism seriously here. You don't mess with history.
I think the only way in was right through that door over there. I'm just looking. Okay. See, the thing is, I've been to Gagarin so often. Not Gagarin. What's the other one? Is it New Homestead? Is this one? Is this different? It doesn't. Don't recognize it. So there's Gagarin Landing. There's New Homestead.
Welcome to New Homestead.
This is the one with the museum downstairs. Yeah, this has changed significantly.
It's been a while since I last visited. Nice to see this place still has the same charm.
Heads up, if you're planning to go to Chunks,
Hold on.
Luther's been bothering anyone with the ship for help.
All right, so you're trying to tell me there's another mission around here. Okay.
You get used to the methane processing smell after a while.
This is different, right? This is different, isn't it?
Sure would be nice to get off world sometime.
Sylvie?
I've heard about lots of other planets out there. Some of them sound pretty scary, though.
So we're going down to the residential wing. I feel like the museum is back the other way.
It's always so cold here.
All right, so we want to talk to not that. Whoa. Maurice line. Hey, I found a strange artifact while exploring. You got any clues about it? Oh, I've seen this before. These anomalous gravitational signatures. It's very unique. I don't know much about what it is though, but I know someone that could surely help you. The name's Barrett. He's a member of an exploration group called Constellation. You'll find him in a luxurious house in the Mass District of New Atlantis. I'll warn you. I'll warn them you're coming. Tell Barrett it will be more expensive next time. And there it is. And there it is. All right. So, we got a choice now.
You off-worlders have it made.
What's over here? Taking the Inu.
Those folks in Sidonia may be closer to Earth, but we do a better job preserving its traditions.
Yeah, I don't like the tourists. They help the local economy.
All right, because here's the thing.
Careful. There are some dangerous areas around here.
All right, thank you. So, right now we have a choice. We either head all the way back to Jameson, or CEO security. Okay.
Intruders aren't tolerated here.
Wait, that didn't sound right. That was
I
weird.
always wonder what it's like where other people come from.
New Homestead is a living history exhibit, but these are real people, so please be kind to them.
Roger that. Roger that. I'm gonna come down here real quick.
Illegal intrusion. Leave now.
How is that illegal? That's this museum. That's just wrong on your part, man.
Looking to upgrade your ship?
Illegal intrusion.
Don't stay outside for too long here on Titan.
Energy systems
You will
office.
freeze solid without the proper protection.
All right.
The people here live a simple
So, yeah, I think I'm gonna head back to Jameson. See what happens there, because I'm very curious. I'm really curious as that how they change things up. All right, so let's go back here. One small step. Nothing I can do. Thanks to Maurice Lyon, the Constellation Exploration Group is awaiting my visit to discuss about the strange artifact I found. I should go to their headquarters in the Match District of New Atlantis as soon as I can. But I can't select it. Alright. Can I set course for it? I sure can. Where am I set? New Atlantis. Oh, interstellar. Oh, is it really? Oh, because I'm still on the deck. I think it let me do it from the den, but it won't let me do it if you're on a planet, on the deck. So we have to take off. All right. Now, we can do this and then do that. Now, yes, you're right, and you're not. Okay, so if you're asking, yeah, there's too many too many screens, load screens and stuff like that. Yeah, but I don't know that, and truly you could get around it in a way without losing something or having to add a different type of system. And although No Man's Sky's way of being able to enter and exit planetary orbits is somewhat cool, I think the effort and the amount of resources needed to add something like to this game just isn't worth it. It's not like I'm really missing out on it. Oh, there's that guy. Why does it look different? Oh, that just looks different. And there's 5 hours before sunset. Where am I headed? I'm headed in the wrong direction. I really don't know where to go. Am I? Am I headed in the wrong direction? How many times have I run directly to this? There it is, right there. Oh. Okay, never mind. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh, Vasco! Vasco!
Welcome to Constellation, stranger. The others are awaiting you inside. Please follow me.
Do I not have the voice loaded? I know I got the voice loaded. Look at Vasco. Vasco has never looked so good. She's huge. Oh wait, why? You see that? She had to basically be out here waiting for me to let me in.
Captain Brooks, everyone will be in the library, just inside. One of the members of Constellation, Barrett, went to another planet to assist an Argos extractors mining operation. The same one he accidentally got into trouble with pirates earlier. So if they are a bit on edge, please forgive them. They are under a lot of stress.
Oh, please. Ridiculous. Easiest bet I'll ever win.
You really think what I'm suggesting all the phenomena?
Hold on. We gotta go. Yeah.
You two keep going on like this, and I'm banning wages. I'm serious.
You look incredible.
We'll play
Yes.
nice.
Except, okay, so
Little friendly conversation.
I believe the voice is loaded for a female voice, but the added dialogue is not the regular vanilla added dialogue that would have been covered in the mod to change things. So the added stuff that we just heard and everything is part of this mod to the role player's alternate start mod. So of course it's going to sound like basically it's going to use the default Vasco voice, you know. And then Sarah looking a little different to me, I think.
Welcome to Constellation.
Okay, no, that's my
We have a
Sarah.
lot to
She's just
talk
dressed
about.
differently.
If you're interested, perhaps we'll give you a chance to join us today.
Oh, shoot. God dang it, guys. I'm so sorry. I just spoke right over. That was different. Wait. Join you? Just because I found this artifact?
This is just typical. She hands over our ship to some random thug who's trying to steal our belongings.
Walter.
As far as we know, we could be building a gigantic bomb that will blow up as soon as we finish.
But that's not gonna happen. She's here, with the artifact.
Okay.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we?
That is
What
interesting.
happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
Okay, so before we answer that, so you can see they're using AI to modify and change, or they're just taking some of the old lines that are later in the game and kind of move them around. With Walter especially, he doesn't talk about, well, we don't know what we're building until I think after we find a couple of artifacts and put them together. Can't remember exactly when he says that. Matteo, he kind of shortened his thing up just so that, oh, she's here. And in here, she jumps directly into the questioning as to what you saw. Okay.
Interesting.
Yep.
Similar to Barrett's description of the experience,
Mm-hmm.
with less embellishment.
No, that's me.
You hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
All right.
Whether
So
it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
all right. So I think we're kind of into just vanilla now.
That's it. Just like the others.
We'll see.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Country?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
Wait a minute. You want me to be part of your group? What does that mean exactly? What are you expecting?
We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us.
And how much do you know about the artifacts? What are they exactly?
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
All right. I'm in. So, tell me what happens next.
You should take some time to get settled in.
Okay.
Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon.
I'm sure.
Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And
Oh,
here,
really?
I think you've earned something for bringing the artifacts to
Oh.
us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability?
Well, I already have one.
You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Well, thank you. What'd you give me? She gave, ooh, that almost covered all the fuel to get back here. Nice. Thank you. I got a lodge key now. Did I get a watch? Did I get a nice fancy watch? Stop.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Well, you should probably thank that one guy that was able to direct me to you. So you know a lot about these things?
Oh gosh, no. I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us. Everything all right?
Well, I'm thinking of what I want to say to you next. So I was wondering about any other types of exploration work that you guys do besides just concentrating on these artifacts.
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable.
You say?
We have a board
Really?
where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Oh, okay. How long have you guys been working on this?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now.
Oh.
But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
Yeah, I must meet him someday. And then Sarah says something about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good.
Oh, for a bit.
I think we can find a spot for you.
Oh,
And along
okay.
the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour.
Well, I appreciate that.
So you've seen the library,
Yeah.
obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs.
Okay.
Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder,
we just
had
met,
this place
but
built decades ago.
You're cute.
It was a big to-do at the
I could be
time, but
talked
most
into it.
people in the city have forgotten we're here.
Oh, are you just showing me? Oh, you're just showing me around. Oh, okay. My bad. I didn't. I'm, you know, very forward of me. Very forward of me to think it was it. Sorry. What in the world is this? Hey, PAB. I don't know what PAB stands for, but it stands for something.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course.
Okay.
Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Some of these things on the walls look kind of expensive. If I'm starting to hurt for credits, are they fair game? No. Yeah. Forget I said anything.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy.
Okay, well, thank you. Here, let me check it out. Ooh! Ooh! Is all this stuff in here mine? Ooh, got a bed I can sleep. Ooh, charity in a godless universe. Part 1. Alright. Ooh, Babylon, Berlin. Okay. You guys could pause, rewind and pause and go back and look at it if you want. They nerfed the value of the bottle. Ooh, Digipicks. Always use some Digipicks. Ooh, the Chardonnay. Okay, there's still some value left in that. Don't need to drink it, just need to have some value to it. Alright. That's the way we like it. Nothing in there. Oh, look, Chrono Watch case. And it's got value. Ooh, I don't know what oh, look at that. Cred stick XL. Cred stick. I don't know. Let's just, for science, we got, another Digipick. All right, let's see what this, I don't know what mod's putting that there, but, ooh, 25K. Ooh, another 30K. All right. Now we're cooking. How much was that? Oh man, you made me miss the last one. Main menu. Welcome aboard. Thanks for installing our modules. Hope you enjoy. Have fun traveling to Starfield. Tiger Aerospace. Content. Let's just see. Modules, reactors, equipment, restrictions, and costs. So modules. Holy, yeah. Restriction, costs. Is there like an overview? Here, credits. All right. For this great mod, Tech, that was inspired or has inspired me to start this work. For his migration tool and other stuff for modders, blah blah blah. Okay. Where am I? Okay, about. Here we go. Contact information, mod data, Tiger Shipyards overhaul. Nice. News, which is just basically all the updates. Okay. All right. Nice. And remember, this is the Gate to Stars Wabbajack mod list for Starfield. So, I mean, I've added quite a few things myself, so there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack here, but quite a bit of the things that it offers are a lot of the things that I would normally add anyway. So, this is different. This is different. I don't know whose room this would be, or what would we be doing in here. You see? All right. Steel cup, spaceship. Oh, instant oatmeal. Take. Oat clusters. Take. Yeah, if it says take, we take. If it says steal, then we have to consider where we are, and we are not stealing from our friends. Okay. Well, they leave the room, the door. Ooh, what is this? All right, so this is somebody's room. Cosmetic supply box. Value added products from LG. Oh, it's a book. All right. Was this one? Tissues? Don't need a tissue. All right. Here, let's hit this one up real quick. Let's just see. All right. You see, we can't really make much of anything. But okay. There's another book using gamma ray spectroscopy and geostatistics. Mm-hmm. So what it looks like is that they've, in this mod list, they've kind of revamped a lot of the books and literature here in the game that you come across. Sir Livingstone's second journal. Okay. Jansen's History of Art. There's another one. The plurality of worlds, the myths of extraterrestrials through the ages. I know, going through everybody's room is pretty kind of rude of me. Hey, does this work? Is this a working shower? Do we? No, no. You know, some of us like to get all cleaned up. All right. So, Sebastian Banks' speech. We will hear it later. Oh dang.
Have you talked to Vladimir recently, face to face? I mean,
Haven't gone up there recently. Is everything okay?
Report on Constellation. And though Constellation's relevance has been a subject of much debate amongst the New Atlantis intelligentsia, the disappearance of founder Sebastian Banks was a blow most felt the organization couldn't survive. In fact, Constellation's disbanding seemed imminent until member Chloe Bao changed her role in the 11th hour, thus ensuring the group's continued operation, at least for the time being, as well as her unexpected appointment to the position of chair.
Just don't know how he does it.
Only 200? The other ones were huge. Another 200. Well, you don't need this. You don't need these. I can use them. All right, just mean we need to get up out of here. We need to get up out of here. Good thing nobody ever notices that their door or their property has been looted. We have a lodge key. All right, let's go down here. Whoa. This is different. Who are you? Nikita.
Hey.
What is this?
Hey.
Dr. Venus Tiger.
Any vacancies on your crew?
Oh, I don't know. I'm interested. How much will it cost me?
I'm only looking to earn the going rate.
Ooh. Look, you know what? I don't know that I should have to pay that much.
Why is that?
Well, look, I get it. You got your orders. I've got mine. Shit. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I can't.
Okay. All right, I got you. Look. But I think you're kind of missing the point. Look, don't get me wrong. I know you aren't trying to screw me over or anything.
Look, I'd like to help.
Yeah,
but
I know. That's what we're saying. That's what we're talking about. And I'm sure we can work something out.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. All right. So you're saying no now. But if I annoy you enough, you'll eventually say yes. Only need the 1 point?
I know what you're trying to do. It isn't gonna work. That's as low as I'll go. If you don't like it, look for someone else.
And you know what? I'm not paying that much.
Fine. See you around.
Yes. Let's look to see what's going on down here. I'm sure probably all these people can be all the named. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. Got a research lab. Got another person that I can't seem to keep his name up on the screen, but okay. All right. So this is new. This is added in. Not exactly sure why. Why it was necessary to do that. Oh, and look at this. Hey, what do we got here? Retrieve outfit. Can I hit that button? What's the button to hit the retrieve outfit? One is swap outfit. The other one is retrieve. All right. No! Why am I? It said retrieve. It didn't say. It didn't say equip it. Everybody all seeing my little my bits and everything, you know. Oop, wrong button. All right. Why? I can't even. It, you know what I'm saying? I can't even be mad at that, right? Can I? I should be. You know, I should. Because that was annoying. But, you know, oh wait, here. All right. I bet I could take these outfits and learn to fly again.
Yes, what?
And learn to be so free.
Pardon.
All right. Hey, you got your own place. All right, look. So there's some terminals here, Constellation. There's a requisition kiosk and a mission board. We got a cooking station. We can make 3 of these jumpies. 3. All right. Ooh, black coffee. All right, now we're talking. I can make. Oh shoot, I can make a ton of waters. And then, oh my goodness, is this gonna be like contraband right here? Hallucinogenic tea? Ooh. There may not be a reason to push, but we can make more black coffee. All right. We can make more black coffee, and look at that. We can take these things too. Oh, is that the fiber? It's not fiber. Okay. What do you got up here? Anything? Anything? All right. Why don't we do this? Let's go to first person so we get a better bird's eye view. Trauma pack. What gun do we got up there? We got officers. Ooh, look at the damage on that one. You got some ammo for me? All right, thank you, I appreciate it. See, we got another module recycler there. Some ammo, which is very much appreciated. Ooh, what's this? Calibrated. All right, that one is a might as well take it. We can sell it. All right, so that's now what has happened though, we lost whatever was supposed to be right here on the wall there. And then we do get the hammer, we got the vacuum tape, we can take that, the chisel, the caliper, the sledge. Alright. And then back here, oh, this is different. Not sure why we need to change that. Okay, but because as long as I don't lose my typical loots that I could grab on my way in here. What's this? Just a bathroom. Was it always a bathroom? That I can't remember. Alright. See, these used to be worth 320. Now you see they're nerfed down to just. Alright, so.
Howdy.
Oh, why are you following me? Okay, so in here, got that screwdriver, and you have this governor's first meeting agenda. This is an agenda for the very first meeting of the governor of Aquila, Solomon Coe, and his cabinet. The list itself is purely of topics. So, what was discussed and decided is unknown. It includes topics such as trade with Voli, Ashta investigation, and a planned celebration. So that we can turn in to the museum on Aquila for some nice little cash. I want vacuum tape, a wrench, vacuum tape, woo, snacks. All right. So then once we are done checking all that out, guess what? Look, see, there's more stations, right? And then look, another piece of loot. I don't know what this is. This is DSM Manufacturing Terminal, Dark Star, right? So the cool part is, I don't know that we're even eligible for this stuff here. Just a warning, these are experimental, blah, blah, blah. Manufacturing, armor crafting unlocks. So it just gives you like kind of a list of all the different, right? Research information. And then armor quality unlocks, right? So just so we know. And then I think right here you can enable VIP. We're not going to do that. So that's it. You can see these are actual stations, right? You can't get rid of everything because you need to have this. One concern I do have is that there's a particular mission or thing that happens here, and you got to make sure everybody's able to pathfind. So we don't want to. hopefully they ensured that this is still the same path, even though there's different things in the way. All right, so now look at that. We got everybody's outfit in here. So if we wanted to look like somebody or dress like somebody, we could do that. You know, over here, Starborn Services. All right, so miscellaneous. We can get digipicks. We can get this book here. We can get ship parts if we want, or some of that, and ammo. That's all. That pretty much is still kind of always there. And now we got DSA, astrodynamic settings. Now you can enable Starborn armor scaling. Available. Claim the Predator. You do not yet qualify for the Predator. Okay. So, and then I can do VIP status and cheat. We're not going to do that either. That basically nerfs the cost of everything that you would be trying to buy. Whoa. All right. So, we got the change log. I don't need that. I will take that because this book is priced at exit the slate and your inventory to open. So I don't know. Okay. And again, you got benches over here. Oh, look at this! Look at this! All right, what do we got here? Let's go and take a look at some of these things. Oh, that's not bad. Lightweight, superior, Meridian. Okay, we've seen that one. Mechanized. Ooh. Ooh, which one is that? All right, what's the? Oh, we might be taking that one. We don't need all of them. Nice that you have those, but pack rat. What's the pack rat do? Junk items weigh 30. Weights is reduced by 35%. 35%. I'm gonna take one of those. What's the weight on that? Oh shoot, that's a heavy thing. We'll take one of those. Analyzers Advanced Nova Assaults. Yeah. Oh, that ain't. I'm not mad at that one. I don't know what it is. I just ain't mad at that one. Not at all. Okay. That ain't bad either. All right. Can I take? I'm gonna take two of those. All right. So the Chronomark. I think we need to take one because I don't think we have one. I just need one. Come on, man. The Horizon suit. What is the Horizon suit? Actually, I ain't mad at the Horizon suit. Can I have one, please? We'll look at it. We'll look at it later. Horizon tactical suit. I ain't mad at that either. Oh shoot. Okay. What was okay? We're okay. Come on now. The Meridian. The Meridian's fine. Nova. Okay. I will take one of those. This is the outfit. What's the suit? Oh, the suit's different. The suit is different. Nope. Then you got the field gear. Okay. Let's take that one. And then what's the suit look? Oh, okay. Right now there's going to be clipping because we don't know. All right. So you got the outfit. I'm going to take this one. And I'm going to take one of those. We can check it out. Okay. Thank you. Don't disappear now. All right. We know it's right in there. Okay. If we need to. Change log. See these books here? Right? We'll come back. See, they're all worth 2,000. What's in here? Antimicrobial. right? Hey, and look, it's a bed. It's owned by somebody. I don't know who. It's owned by somebody though. Hey, come on now. All right, let's do this. All right, before we leave. God dang it. All right, so let's go to our inventory. Let's go to our apparel. All right. So first things first. Let's get rid of the gloves. Get rid of that. Get rid of the jacket. Okay. So now we can actually look to see what these outfits look like. All right. So this is the Zodiac outfit. I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. Why does it clip with the other stuff? Because I don't think it would. Yeah, see, it doesn't like the jacket, so the jacket would mess it up. So you couldn't wear it with the jacket. The gloves would mess it with interfere. I think should yes would clip and interfere. I don't think the belt would be a problem. Right now, the chronomark, 5% chance of research sudden developments. We'll go ahead and put that on and see, unless something takes away. All right, so that's what that one looks like. We already know what this one is, just pants, and this one's a skirt. And then we have the Orion field gear. All right, so pants with the top. All right, Nova outfit. It is pretty. It is kind of cool. What's it like with the jacket? I actually think you can get away with the jacket. It looks like you can get away with the jacket with this, which actually makes it kind of tight. It really does. It kind of. I'm not against that. All right, so we got this is the Miss Green outfit, right? Now this is the Horizon suit. I do like the booty on it, right? So let's go ahead and then let's see. Can you wear the jacket with it? You cannot. You see that? And then I would not be surprised if you couldn't wear the jacket with the Nova outfit either. It's just that the body is completely covered by cloth, so you just don't know if it's messed up. All right, so that's that one. Now you got Divergent outfit. Now I believe we didn't. I think we already had that. I don't think we pulled that one out of the chest. But can you wear it with the jacket? If you wanted to, you actually could. Interesting. I don't see any clipping, but I think we will stick with our main for now. Because I don't really see that anything. And again, like I said, I think the only reason we can wear the nope, we can't. I'm thinking the only reason we'd be able to wear the Nova outfit is because it covers the entire body. So if we got rid of the gloves and then came down to the Nova outfit, then it would work just fine. Interesting. Okay. All right. So gloves, belt. All right. Okay. So that was cool that we got to investigate. I'm lost. Okay. No, I'm not. It is a little. Oh shoot! Look at this. Look what they did for us. So did you pick? Did you pick another XL? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. the sad part is, I can't help myself, man. It's like you just put free money down for me.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, you and I, yeah, we talked already, and you weren't about to change. All right, I want to check something real quick. I don't think we're at the point where we can modify our gear yet. If you're asking, what do I mean by that? So we can come in here, go to gloves, and then with the first slot, we can add in, say, let's go in the third slot and see if we do have a. Ooh.
Pardon?
Do we not have? Okay, so we don't. We have. We need the required research in order to add the components. So unfortunately, we don't have that yet.
Hello.
And you can see it will take that. Can we improve the quality? We can. If we had the, you can see that, which is cool. Look at the.
Okay. Hello.
Look at the damage increase. So that is something we will definitely need to work on as far as getting resources together. Unfortunately, we don't have our typical recycler, our junk recycler. With the junk recycler, we could pull these things off the shelf, put them in there, and get, a ton of resources, and then we could recycle old equipment and everything too. And then basically get the resources we would need in order to improve our gear. But right now, we would have to do. Well, we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. We're gonna have to mine it, buy it, and all those other things. Let's go do this. Hey.
Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
Wait a minute, outpost development? What do you mean?
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
Well, that sounds useful. I'll try it next time I touch down on a planet somewhere and they got nothing better to do. Yeah, we'll do that.
The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
You know something? I think I can use you on my crew. What do you think?
Captain Brooks, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay, I can have up to 6 people. All right, nice. Oh, heck yeah. Welcome aboard.
Yes?
Hey, Sarah.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
So, what is Constellation? What's it all about? What do you guys do here?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Hmm. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I'm as settled in as I can be. Um, yeah, I'm ready.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
Well, I have to admit, I'm kind of excited. My very first mission.
Felt the same way when I started, too. There's an electricity in the air when you know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Okay, I kind of like that. You know what I mean? Just so long as you don't slow me down now. You and me until we get that artifact. Sounds good.
My contact is John Tuala. I believe
Oh.
you've already met.
Yeah.
Runs the Vanguard recruiting office. He sent word that there's a Vanguard in the Sol system who picked up an item recently. Unusual metallic construction. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
His name is Moara. We'll need to head over to Mars and see if anyone knows where he is. I'm sure the local bartenders there must know something.
Okay. All right, so Sarah is now an active crew member. She is unavailable to, well, not unavailable, but all right. Hey,
Ready to head out there? Or did you still need time on your own?
you know what? No, I got it. You and me until we get that artifact.
I think you might have some business to take care of first. Already have someone with you, yes? Come back when you're finished up.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You are currently on a companion's personal quest. You will need to finish that quest before continuing. Whose personal quest am I on besides my own? Hey.
Hey there.
You go ahead and return to your post.
You know where I'll be when you change your mind.
Okay. So I'm not happy about that because if I'm not mistaken, I believe the mod, the gang's all here, is loaded. All right. I got nobody else with me. Right? I got nobody else with me. You see that? We got those two things and they're both on Mars, so we're good there.
Been a long time since I've been to Mars.
Okay.
Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic. Ready to head out there? Or did you still need time on your own?
All right. Got it. You and me until we get the artifact.
Still looks like you have someone else who needs you first. Like I said, finish that up and then come back.
Okay. All right. So that is not correct. Okay. Do you see that over there? What is that? Who's that?
What's up, struggler? How we doing? You must be the one I'm looking for. Sorry for barging in unannounced. I have a proposition for you. Got a second to chat?
Where are you from? I don't recognize that armor.
I wouldn't expect you to. To be honest, I don't recognize it either. It was technically a gift.
Okay. A gift implies that it was from someone, right?
I suppose, but unfortunately I'm not sure who my secret Santa is. Look, it's a long story. I just don't know how to even begin to explain it. But I think you might be able to help me. I want to help you find the secrets of these artifacts. See, I caught wind that you and your ragtag group of astronauts have been doing some collecting. And, well, I think you'll find that my skills would be of use.
Wait. What do you know about these artifacts?
Unfortunately, not much more than you. But I'm curious to know more. I want to find the truth.
And how did you find out about these things?
Well, I overheard a miner in Cydonia forever ago talk about how they uncovered some weird rock and sold it to Constellation. Guy was pretty ecstatic, by the way. Was really relieved he didn't have to work in Cydonia anymore. But he told me where I could find you guys, though I kinda already knew. I'm familiar with the place.
All right, you got my attention. I'm listening.
I'm glad to hear it, truly. Thank you for humoring me. I know that this must all be a big leap of faith for you. You don't even have to pay me, friend. Just give me a bunk and maybe a sandwich once in a while, and we'll be golden.
I suppose you have a deal. Just don't be too much in the way.
I am so good at being not in the way, friend. It's practically my middle name. Your friend said it was alright if I mingle here. They seem nice. Just come find me when you're ready to head out, okay? So long, friend. See you soon.
Okay, so the voice doesn't match.
What's up?
Why does your voice not match your face? Let's trade some gear.
Happy to help carry the load.
All right, so Audrey has nothing. You see that? So what I don't know what I have as apparel. I think what I'm gonna do. All right, let's get back here to my thing. So we're gonna test this out. So the suit or the Nova outfit? All right, we're gonna give Audrey. Do we want to give the no? Give the Nova outfit. We're not gonna give one of the jackets. Okay. And then for right now, I don't know that we want to mess with the suit. But what we can do is that should. Where's my weapons? Anything I'm okay with? There we go. We'll give that one. For now, we'll just give. We just picked that one up. Why am I having so much trouble? What kind of rounds you use? 777. Alright, so that's an extended magazine. And then I need to, whoops, here. 556. Where's the 556? All right, and give. Just one round. All right. Oop. Audrey. All right, so go in there. Give that. And there we go. All right. You can return to your post.
Bye-bye. Find me when you need me.
All right. I don't know that that one is... Okay. So, somewhere, somehow... Assessment. Let's go... Alright, so... That's the one. Miscellaneous boarding. Hired on Volvo. Okay. So, I can only... Yeah, I'm confused. Alright, let's go back. Hey?
Ready to head out there? Or did you still need time on your own?
Alright, got it. You and me until we get that artifact.
Still looks like you have someone else who needs you first.
Okay.
Like I said, finish that up and then come back.
Okay. That is going to be a serious problem. Because what it looks like is somewhere, somehow, something is...
How can I be of service, Captain?
Oh, wait. Yeah, let's trade.
Commencing item exchange protocols.
Okay. What do you got on you? Oh, you got some stuff. Oh! Why do you have that? You don't even need that. Which? Okay. Okay. Ain't mad at you about that. What is this? So the Void Trooper outfit. She's got an emergency kit and stuff. What do you need snacks for? All right. So that. What ammo you got? You got 99 of the. You don't need 99 of them, but okay. This one uses. That's a. All right. Why are you using the? Well, that knife does a lot of damage. That's why. Here I was thinking I was doing you a favor by giving you some stuff. Apparently not. Okay. All right.
Travel safely.
Aren't you on my ship? All right, so I can at least sign her to my ship for now. But now I have to figure out what freaking mission. What mission am I already currently in? Quest am I already on? Where she can't be my companion because I already have one. Well, you know what we're gonna do? Hold on a sec. I think it's late. I don't know if we're tired. Wait. Hey. Come with me then. Oh, heck yeah. I think for some reason, you see that? You see that? All right, just don't get in my way, okay? Chandra Sauvignon Blanc. David Copperfield. Chrono Drift. Light of Stars. Masters of Atlantis. Alright. What's this over here? Sir Livingstone's Journal. And if we needed to cook, we could cook right here. Storage closet, but hey, I ain't gonna complain about that. We know that's the conference room. Andresia's room. We're just gonna sleep for what? Till the morning? Me thinks there's some splaining need done as to why we can't get Sarah to come with us right now. What mission are we currently on that has us locked up, right? Now, Jessamine is not a companion mission. And we just sent, of course, they would have told us you were not able to dismiss her if that was the case. So we were allowed to dismiss her. So it's not her. So what companion mission are we on? Is keeping Sarah from being...
You see that scientist out in front of mast? Staring at trees? Sounds upset? Whatever it is, can't be that bad, right?
We'll talk to him at some point. Now, one of the things I usually do keep hitting the B button to go to my inventory. All right, so we need aid, and we're dehydrated. All right, so how about this? We'll have some double bubble. Where's my coffee? Well, where's my coffee? We can use a shot of coffee. Really? All right, udon. And the oat clusters. Where's my coffee? Yeah, it's gone. Because I don't remember what it was called. Black coffee, or was it like something coffee? I'm not seeing it, man. There it is. Oh, restores 5 health and okay. All right. Well, we need to keep that on. We need to ensure that we understand how that works. Okay, I didn't realize. Okay. So now it's a matter of figuring out exactly what's going on here. Why? What? So why did I dismiss Audrey? Why is there?
What was that?
How many people you know run towards the gunfire?
Stand down.
What the heck, man? Did you just fire on somebody? Oh, somebody shooting me? Who's firing them? Oh no! Did I start a fight? Okay, do you see what happened there? Do you see what happened there? So those guys obviously are, I'm not going to say the good guys, but they are part of they're with UC security. So when I took that one guy out, that was it. I became an enemy of the state.
You see that scientist out in front of mast? Staring at trees? Sounds upset? Whatever it is, can't be that bad, right?
Okay. So note to self. Don't shoot those guys anymore. Actually, here's the interesting part. I thought I was running over here to the train station. Apparently, I'm not. I am starving. Oh, that's right. Inventory. All right. So we decided to have a can of double bubble and a can of bacon and an alien sandwich. Okay. Am I still starving? What I don't like is these Ministry of Truth fellas. These fellas right here. They show up. They all look alike, for one. Not happy about that. They all kind of show up as enemies. So they're all very antagonistic. So what is that all about? I don't know. But we know not to shoot them now.
That spaceship. But then I realized my tank's probably I'm stuck.
I am a little concerned. A little concerned about that. No, it doesn't jive with all that we kind of know and that we're trying to do. I am very, very say bothered, because right now what I'm thinking is the main quest line, it's on hold. It's on hold until we figure out what the F we're supposedly are doing right now that is preventing Sarah from joining us. The reason I don't have Audrey with me right now is because she has the voice, the male voice. And that's not making any sense to me. Like right now, I don't know how I would be able to do this without Sarah being there. So maybe I just keep Audrey quiet. A little ways away for that. Right, so we max that out. Nice. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna hit this one. See, if you look here, this one bothers me because right now it's already saying ask about Moara in Sidonia. We don't learn about that until we take Sarah over to talk to John Twala to learn who his contact is. And then he tells us who the contact is. I think something got messed up here. And in it getting messed up, one of two things has happened. Either, well, a couple of things are happening here. One is that it could be locking us into Audrey. And Audrey is the one that's supposed to walk us through this. And being that it's doing that, that means Sarah is locked out. Can't be our companion. But technically, I don't know that advances her any. If, you know what I mean? Because right now, aren't we supposed to go with her? Like I said, go with her to find out who the contact is, and then now that, with the fact that we already know who it is, and what I'm kind of, what my fear or what I'm thinking is, Audrey is now like kind of the new Sarah in this quest line, and I don't like that. So we got to figure it out. We got to figure it out quick. Huh. All right, we're gonna run over to the spaceport, go to the ship. I'm gonna go and see if Audrey's gonna be able to head out with us, and if she is, that kind of tells us one thing. But then I'm also gonna see, because I don't see why, like when you're on the companions, the only time you get locked out, can't have anybody with you, is when you're on their special mission for that singular one person. And for us to be on that, who would that be? Is it Audrey? Is that what it is? We won't be able to have anyone else be with us, and then we have to follow through until we get Audrey sorted.
Keep moving, right through the checkpoint.
But I just don't know. I'm not 100% on this one. So what we do is stay away from my ship. They're just clones. I mean, you have to legitimately go, yeah, they're all clones. All right, board. So part of me is thinking, well, only thing I can do just to ensure that everything. Hey, there he is. Is that Audrey? Yep, that's Audrey.
How can I help? Hey, you.
All right. You mind if I ask you some personal questions?
Sure, I got time. What you got for me?
Well, we got to work on your voice, man. Where are you from?
I'm from the United Colonies originally. In fact, I more or less grew up on Jemison, in a city known as Aphelion. My father, Chandra, he adopted me after the Colony War. You see, my biological parents didn't survive the conflict. But Chandra, he was the UC Marine at the time, and he took me in. Eventually, I suppose I hung around him so much it became permanent. He's wonderful, and I wouldn't be the person I am today without him.
What was it like growing up during the Colony War?
Horrible. You see a lot of things when you live through a war, friend. Especially when so young. Men ripping apart men with the force of 1,000 stars isn't something any kid should have to witness. I'd rather not talk about it too much. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. No child should have to endure that. I'm sorry.
It's a painful fact of life. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. Doesn't mean we deserve them, you know? It all just feels so petty in the grand scheme of things. If we can fight for no reason, then surely we can love for no reason just as easily, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm right.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. All right, you mind if I ask a little bit more about your past?
Go for it.
I'm sorry to hear about your parents.
Thank you. It was a long time ago, but it's sometimes hard not to ponder a million what-ifs.
Man, you're doing like
But
a million
Chandler's a good man too.
push-ups.
He's just as much a father figure to me, and I love him just as deeply as I would my biological father. He helped me become the person he knew I could be. I'm lucky that I found him. Or, well, he found me.
True that. True that. I'm sorry if this is bringing up some painful memories. You know, we can stop if you like.
No, I'm okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to get all melancholic on you like that.
Sorry.
In fact, thank you. It feels nice to finally have someone to share these things with again.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a pretty good guy.
He's the best. I love him dearly.
All right.
Sure, I can answer a few more.
Well, I'm looking for the one that says that's all for now. Well, all I can say is, dang.
It do be like that. But hey, we make do. Things will always be okay in the end.
Okay. All right.
I'm all ears.
Here we go. Here it is. Would you be okay with me asking about your voice?
My voice? Sure, we can talk about that. As long as it doesn't get, you know, too weird.
It's fine. The BLT community. Was that supposed to be kind of a joke to show my ignorance? So I'm getting the impression, and then that was one of the things I was thinking too. I was like, are they trans? And that's cool. That's cool if they are, and it explains the voice, and then I won't have a problem with it. My initial impression was,
hello?
I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. Come on, I want to explain. My initial impression was the mod creator, did the voiceover and didn't realize that they had created a female character. If it's a trans character and that's the voice they want to keep, peace. And that's what I think that's where we're at now. So I'm cool with it now. The voice doesn't even bother me if that's the case. So how come you don't have it changed at the vendor?
To be honest, my voice isn't something that gives me a huge amount of gender dysphoria. I'm sure it's not the government's most well-kept secret, but I'm trans. I wasn't born Audrey. My voice is a part of me. It all is. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, that's fine. That's cool. So look, if anybody gives you a problem about it, they're going to have to answer to me, all right? You just let me know. Okay?
Heh, my hero. You're sweet. I appreciate you making me feel safe among the stars, friend. You're a wonder.
Yeah, we all got to get along. Okay, so if we got that going, now that I know and understand the voice thing, I have some other questions for you.
Sure.
What do you like to do for fun?
I like to draw. I've been doing art for years now, among other things. I also love astronomy, learning all about the stars and even incorporating it into my art. It's cathartic, I love it so much. Maybe I can show you some of my stuff sometime. I've got plenty of sketchbooks filled up.
Okay, all right.
Other than that, I kind of just hyperfixate on random things. So throw a dart at a dartboard and whatever it lands on, I've probably given it a try.
Gotcha. All right, we need to get going. So I need to get you to the point where I can say, "Hey, you ready to go?" You know what I'm saying? All right, well, you ready to head out? All right, I don't have any more questions right now.
Thank you for chatting with me. It's always nice.
All right, and then is that 2,000 push-ups you've done already? Hey,
Yowdy, partner.
Yeah. All right. You gotta follow me.
Ready when you are.
All right. Big smile too. All right. I wouldn't. That's not how my face would look after 2,000 push-ups. I'm just telling you right now. That's just not how I would look. Okay. So where are we going? All right. Here's the first test. Hey, Vasco.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
You're good. Okay.
Goodbye, Captain.
There was nothing wrong with your greetings. All right. Where is my crew?
I knew you'd get bored without me.
Hey, just me.
You looking for something?
Okay, see, so I don't have the option to ask anyone else to head out. Okay? So that's
So long then.
telling me that we're locked in. And then I gotta find Sarah first, though. Just to make sure she made it. Why is there an upstairs? Is it upstairs? When did I have an upstairs? Oh, it's an armory. No wonder. Well, this is my command center. Alright, is that a set piece? Oh, that's just part of the decor. Not really useful. And then look. I can store an outfit on there. And then look, we can open the weapons locker. There's a, ooh, that's a weapons workbench. Oh, did not know that. Okay, I ain't mad at you. Is there an armor workbench? Look, spacesuit workbench. Yep, there is. Nice. Oh, okay. Alright, we're gonna switch back to the first person real quick. Easier to mosey around the ship. We gotta find Sarah. The one thing that we do know is that Sarah left the lodge. So why she is not on board, or is she? Oh dang! Look at her, just look at them, just working out. Holy cow! So we know Sarah's supposed to be on board. Is she not? Sorry to peek in on you, but you're just an NPC. You wouldn't care. All right, so Sarah's not on board with us, or at least not where we can see her. She might be invisible. All right. Why is Sarah?
All right, lifting off.
Sarah. We gotta figure that out. So it's kind of funny because I think we've kind of gone full circle here, right? We have kind of, I mean, we've kicked off the main part of the game, but we've lost something in return. Set course to Mars. Yep. Don't tell me I have contraband.
Setting inertia dampers. Should be smooth sailing.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Conduit done. Enjoy Sidonia.
Well, thank you. All right, we'll scan. See, and this is how the artifact appeared for us too. See, so you got an abandoned hangar over there that we could jump down and explore. We got an abandoned maintenance bay. So there's a lot of stuff we could go and then check out. What I am going to do though is we're going to jump down to Sidonia. So, yes, this part bothers me all the time. Every single time now. All right, so.
Looking swell today, Cap.
Hey, thanks. Too bad you can't come with me. Because I would really like that. So I'm a little annoyed with myself because I dismissed her when I didn't have to.
Oh, hey, Captain. Was just thinking about you.
Hey, thanks. What's going on with Vasco? Okay, so still no Sarah. All right, let's get going. I'm just gonna go inside.
Hello, Captain.
Man.
Good day, Captain. I will await your next order here.
Alright. Don't need the hammer just yet. Oh, actually. And did you see that? Now that's gonna bother me too. And what happened was your whoever's your companion with you, whoever. Oh god, nope. All right. So whoever's your companion should have, and then we don't go down there. I didn't mean to. Whoops. Yeah, I'm very poor at this. I know what you're wondering. Why did I get in there just for that little short trip?
What's this going to run?
There are no other surprises. Mid 5 figures.
5 figures?
I know.
Fine.
5 figures? Dude, what are you fueling?
Do it.
You fueling your ship, or is that like an actual cost?
Find me when it's done.
We're on it.
It was 5 figures for me to mid 5 figures to fuel my ship. So I grabbed the buggy. I grabbed the buggy because the mission is going to require us to go out. There's a couple of missions that's going to require us to go out and about. So might as well have transportation right there. So I've had to run back all the way back to the ship. So this is what I was curious about.
To keep Sidonia graffiti free.
What do you mean?
She's one of my favorite NPCs right there.
Do
Just
you
love
have
her
any
voice.
idea how far we've traveled? How much money we spent to hitch a ride to this dusty wreck?
Yes?
Okay.
Howdy. What's up?
Minor. This guy's kind of.
Yes? What?
Hey.
Excuse me.
Oh, asking about Percival. All right, I'm kind of curious.
Yes, what?
Hey there.
You get a lot of new faces passing. Not everyone needs to come to me with their problems.
Yeah, I'm looking for a Vanguard. I'm looking for a Vanguard named Morar.
He ain't been around. Went off on patrol. Hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one out to the blackest sea.
You know, I say we. I'm the only one here, but you know what? I'm not about to let leave a brave soldier behind. Help me find him.
You in the service?
Yes, sir.
I know the feeling, but you just get so used to losing people. Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian, especially one that's missing. But
He has a tab, and
Oh.
you don't know if he's coming back.
it's a lot of credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems. What do you say?
Look. He could need some help. You shouldn't put a price on it.
Come on. Life on Sidonia ain't hard enough. You gonna guilt trip me?
Yep, I do. Look, what matters to you more, the money or Moira's life?
Guess I should ask you the same question. You paying or what?
Ooh, you gonna be like that? Look, I want you to imagine him out there, alone. And here you are, holding out for cash.
I want him found. I do. All right, I'll give up. Just trying to earn a living here.
Well,
last time he was here, Moira kept yelling about the Lady of Love. Singing songs. All that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do.
All right. Did you
say I'm a fan of excitement and drama around here?
You were talking to her too. Okay, things are blowing up. We're seeing ghosts, frat boy, alcoholic.
Beer's a good atmosphere.
I got no dope, man. I got no nothing for you, bro. Yeah.
What a day, huh?
Yes?
You see Vanguard Legend. You look familiar. You look like somebody else. Except your beard's a different color. All right. Look, guys. That's where we're going to call it, man. Yep. All right. You guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. And we will see you next time. We are flying completely blind on this one right now. I don't know what's happening. So we'll figure it out together. All right. Peace.